Hello and welcome back to my CATIA V5 tutorial. Today we'll learn how to model this plastic oil canister looking like container by breaking down its features into smaller chunks that we can tackle independently. This is a technique I use every time I start to model something, and I believe it could be really useful for people to learn as well. So the first question that comes to mind when having to model something like this in CAD is where to start. For me, it's almost every time the planning phase. Try to analyze the object or visualize it if you don't at least have kind of sketch of the object, and break down its features into easy to model chunks. For instance, this canister can be broken down into several things. One is the main body, which is almost like an extruded rectangle if it wasn't for this blend surface here at the top, and the indent for the sticker. Right? The next thing is this neck, which is as simple as it gets. It's just two cylinders stacked on top of each other. And the third one is the most difficult one, are these handles here. These are gonna be a little bit more complicated, but we're gonna tackle them further in the video. By having a clear vision from the start, we are able to have a good and organized part structure, and we are able to split the hard task of designing a complex shape into multiple smaller, much simpler tasks, and this is crucial for creating adaptable, clean and stable models. So enough talk, let's start designing this. First, we talked about the tree structure. We are going to split it into main body. This is the construction set. This is the main body, and in main body we are going to have one set for front and back. Another set is going to be for the sides, handle area, and the last one will be final shape. Right, going to the first one, front and back, we select this plane. Actually, we see that this is not going to be like just a rectangle extruded. It's going to have a slight curve to it. So to do that, let's create a circle arc. This is much better. Let's say 350 millimeters radius. We are going to place it like, I don't know, 70. We need to constrain this sketch really well so it doesn't jump around. And this 200 seems about right. Yeah. We're gonna extrude this up and down because we don't know where the bottom will be. We are going to symmetrize this like that, just so we don't have to work more. Then we are going to translate this, and in the X direction, somewhere along this line. 280 seems about right. The top of the container, which is going to be the handle, seems like a pretty important part. So actually, I think we need to define point here where we're gonna have the handle, maybe here. So minus 215 and plus 430. We're gonna have this point, and we are going to define an axis for this point, and we're going to have angle number curve. First curve will be, I don't know, z-axis. We will have it on this support. Maybe 45 degrees a little too much. Let's go 35. Yeah, just so we have like a general direction for this. Right, going back to the front and back, we need to have the little chamfer at the top. How do we do that? Well, we're gonna have something like that. Just a line with 35 degrees. This is actually not fixed. We are going to maybe come back later and see if we need to change this. I want actually this height to be defined from this point. Something like that. Okay, and the front one, we will extrude this as well. That's a bit much. Go like that. And we're gonna have a radius like this. That seems too low. Something like that might be better. Good, now we go to the sides, choose a different plane, and we're gonna create the arc again. Oops. Somewhere like this. This time, however, I think this arc will be... we're gonna have a big radius here. Something like that, maybe even more. Take the center point and define a position. 100? I don't know. We need to define this arc so it doesn't jump around too much. If we need to move it. Here 1000, maybe less. Maybe 800. That's better. And now we're going to define this distance here. This is way too much. 70. Maybe this actually needs to be bigger. I don't know. We go ahead and extrude this up like that. We will then symmetrize this like that. And we have our sides. Now, the hard part actually, it's the handle area. To design this, we're going to go into this handle area here. We can go ahead and hide the side so we don't get distracted. Create another sketch. We're going to have another arc here, but this time we're going to use this line, and we're going to have this arc like, let's see how it's going to look. Yeah, this could look fine. Like this. I believe this is actually not that great. We need to move it like that, a little bit higher, so we get more handle. Okay, so now we have the handle profile. Now we're gonna need to pick up line basically where the handle surface starts. So we need to have something like this. This will be 90 degrees to this one, and it will be somewhere along these lines here. Maybe 5, maybe 10 millimeters. No. Right, I'm not really happy about this condition here, but let's see. Right, good. Now we're going to extrude this line like this. We're going to make the sides visible, and we're going to intersect one of them. Intersect this with, doesn't matter which one, with this one. Now we're gonna just create our blend surface. So we create we take the intersection, which is this one. We're gonna put our first support as being this. Second curve will be this one, and our second support will be, let's see how it looks like that. Actually, I needed a support surface here. This is something you might need to create from time to time. Support surface like this. So when you blend, so when you select the blend, you have something to use as support. Good. Let's see how it looks. It's involved in an update cycle. Wow, that's not good. Sorry, this is what I wanted to do. Right, now here the problem is this is doesn't really look like a handle. Your hand would have to be huge to grip this, so we need to change this a little bit. So on the second curve, the tension is gonna be much lower, like 0.3. That looks a lot better now. Click OK. Next, you do the symmetry. To this plane, and you have your second one. Actually, you don't need to do this. Sorry. Let me see. And you don't need to do the side symmetry as well, because you can just go here to the final shape and join this one. You go to the side. Remember this one, you had the extrude. Yeah, no, you need to trim it first. This one you need to trim with this one, and then you have one of the sides. We will see if it works like this. Usually it doesn't. Let's see. Yeah, I thought exactly. It doesn't work. So CATIA does this sometimes. It doesn't allow you to trim the surfaces. Normally you should be able to trim this, and this, but it doesn't really like it, so you might have to do this individually. So you go here and you split this with this line, and then afterwards you have to join this together. Sometimes it's like that. Now you have to then do the symmetry, and now we just have to trim the rest. Oh yeah, sorry, something I totally forgot. It was the bottom as well. Just put it here. I forgot to actually draw a bottom for this. Yeah, that's not really that important. You can just pick the plane and have a surface like that. Alright, now for the final shape, go here. You already have the two sides, the join and the symmetry, and now we start filleting them together. How exactly do we want to do this? We are going to want actually to maybe put an edge fillet on this one. Yeah, let's try this. So this is front and back. Front and back, this is the one. So maybe we want an edge fillet here actually. Why do we want an edge fillet? Because the edge fillet we can have it variable. Select another point here. Let's see how it looks here. Actually, we can have a slightly bigger radius, let's say 8 and 8. But this one here, I think it would be good if it's actually bigger. As large as you can do it. See, it kind of breaks down at some point. Notice this in my previous model. But you do really want to have it as big as possible. We can put this like this as well. And the bottom one we could just have a shape fillet. It's much easier. And cleaner if you ask me. So this is 12. Good, so you have your first part of the container. Next, another very easy part is actually drawing the neck. We just create this one, create another set and call it neck. For this, let's see how we're gonna do this the right way. Let's just use this point as a reference. We will go parallel to point, XY plane. And then we will offset from this to somewhere around here. Here we are going to let's just keep it like this. Let's just use the origin because this is much cleaner to do it like that. 60. let's go with, this has to be long enough to protrude into this. Right, on this plane we're going to have another one. $80. And an interesting technique, just so you can have closed bodies, you can just fill this surface and extrude the surface up by 5 mil or whatever. So this then creates a closed cylinder. Then you can hide the fill, and then there you go. Right, now you can just create another radius, and this is your filler neck. Right, now on this main body I think we needed to do something a little bit different. We have to create the sticker or sticker indent. This is very easy to do actually. You create a sketch like this, you have a rectangle. What you need to do is just define the rectangle. 40, 360, and this is going to be 210. Yeah, that's better. On this side here you need to create this big radii. 75 sounds okay, maybe 75 here as well. This one you don't need to worry about, just to have it constrained. Now you extrude this in this direction, and then you intersect this. We use this one, intersect, and then you have your surface here. Right, now you offset your main body by, I don't know how much. Let's go with 2 millimeters at first. And then you need to create a sweep surface from this. Tangent to this one. Let's see, 45 degrees, and it's going to be inside, and it's going to be like 5. Perfect. Great, now go ahead and hide the main body for a little bit. We create a fillet between these two. 5 millimeters. Let's see what's wrong. I guess this was wrong. Yeah. And we're gonna use this at the end to create the indent, but we can just leave it like this and don't worry about it for now. Okay, so the hard part is now closing in. So we create another geometrical set. We call it top handle. And for this one, we will create a sketch inside here to define the shape of our handle. Okay, so I guess the best thing to do is to have an offset of this one, and we're just gonna project this like that. Make it a construction element, deactivate the construction feature, and have a offset like this one. Something like this. Yeah, that's fine. 30 seems about right. Now we're going to have this line here. As you can see, this is not exactly parallel. It's going to have a slight angle to it. This is how it usually looks. You don't have to do it like this. And we will put a distance here of 100 millimeters. This one will do the exact same thing. In fact, I don't think I like this. I think this is supposed to be something like that. Yeah. That looks a lot better. This one as well. Something like this, yeah. This is a lot better. And here we're gonna have just a line like that, which is going to be parallel to this one. And it's gonna be a certain distance. 35 seems about right. Now, we have drawn this in one sketch, but we are going to not use them as a single sketch. We're going to create some output features here. So we're going to create an output feature like this, an output feature like that, an output feature like this, and an output feature like that. Because we will be extruding them separately. Well, actually sweep. So we're going to have a sweep of this surface. We're going to go here with draft direction. I guess this is the easiest one. Y. And have it like this. Slight angle. Go ahead and make this a lot larger. Yeah, we want to individually control these angles if we want to have a chance to make it look good. See, we want to have at least some kind of clearance here between this one and this radius here. I would say 25. Looks good. So that's why you need to control them individually. It's much easier to do it like that. See? This isn't even 25. This is gonna be 15 or something. Of course, we can adjust it later. Right, go back to this. I think we need to drastically increase them if we want it to work. Right, this one adjusted a little bit to 60, maybe 50. And we're gonna have another line here, which is going to be the end line, because we want to have like a nice curved surface for the bottom of this hole. So we're gonna have a blend surface here, but for that, in order to have that, we need to have a different line here. And we're going to extrude this again like this, and we are going to intersect it. Actually, I don't want it to intersect it with this. I want it to intersect it with one of the sides. I guess it's the symmetry. This one. No, it was the original one. I'm sorry, no, with this one. With the join. Yeah, this is the one. So we have the intersect here, we have this one here, we can hide the final shape, and now we just need to do a blend. Blend this one with the intersect, and let's see how it looks. Not exactly how I had hoped. I guess we need to add a support here. And for this we need to create another support surface. We don't have it here, unfortunately. We go back to this, we create another extrude in Y, and then we create this blend. So just to make sure you understand, the reason why we create this is that we need a surface in Y to have it tangent to have the blend tangent to. Go back to blend. Select this as a support, then we go back to the intersect. The intersect, we don't care about the support, just leave it like this, and we create this nice little surface. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, good. So now we need to fillet these together, this one and this one. Like 30. You fillet this one and this one. Now, this is just like half one side, so we're gonna symmetrize this. But here you want to, you're gonna want to have a radius. So if you do this and fillet this together with this one, you're gonna have a bad time creating this radius here. So what I usually do in this case, I symmetrize it first. Then have this radius like that. And then I do symmetry of this one, because this one doesn't really need a radius because it's already tangent here. See, if I check tangent, see, it looks great. And then do the final I always select this bad command, and then do the final fillet like this. Now if we go to final shape and see how it looks like. Now if we create another geoset like this, it's final, and then we take this one, fillet from the final shape, and we fillet it with this one, and we see it doesn't work because we probably messed something up. This needs to go inside. This needs to go outside. And there you go. Now we can also do this. This needs to go in. This needs to go out. Okay. It's already starting to look a little bit better. These handle points are a little bit thin. I'm not really a fan. But that's why we design everything parametric. We can always change this. So go back here, 95. Go back here, 160. Update. And they just got a whole lot bigger. Now we can also do this, so we don't forget about it. And of course, this can be a little bit bigger if we want it. Right, and now all that's left to do is the handle at the back, which seems a little bit more complicated, but in truth it actually isn't. Just one thing that's bugging me is this one here. It needs to be a lot bigger. There you go. It looks a little more believable. Now the last one is the handle at the back. It's actually quite simple to do. We just go on the construction set and create a new geoset, and we call it back handle. Here we create a sketch. Gonna go something like this, something like that, and something like this. This one will be 270. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just constrain this like that. 65, and we're gonna constrain this like this. 250. Now we need to define these angles. 75, and maybe this angle here, which is 45. Yeah. Okay. We need to have kind of big radii here, another radius here. Looks good. Right here we're going to do the same thing as we did with this one. We're going to sweep it with draft direction. Choose direction, Y. Perfect. Now what's left to do is to just design this handle here. So to do that, we need to pick like a starting point. So this is gonna be somewhere from here to here. We're gonna have like the actual grip. So we need to define one of those starting points. And we're gonna do this by using a plane. Yeah, something like that. Okay, gonna have a rectangle here at the back. Something like this. I like to always define it like this with symmetry. And then, I don't know, 50. Seems like a reasonable number. 290. 290. 60. 80. Here we actually want 0 on this side, and we want to keep it like 180. Seems fine. I'm gonna hide this a little bit. We want to have radii on these corners. Or do we want them now or not? Let me see. No, I don't believe I actually do. No, I'm gonna add them anyway. So we want radii here, just like that. 5 millimeters should be enough. Okay, now just to make this simple, it's not really parametric, but it's gonna be enough. I'm just gonna go with this, extract this edge and extract this edge. And I'm going to then do like this, another sweep. This angle will be closer to 90 than to 45. Let's see how it looks. So my CATIA just crashed and I had to redesign this entire thing from scratch because I didn't have anything saved. But while doing that, I thought of a better way to design this handle here. So previously what I did was extrude it from here to here and then extracted the edges, which is not really a good way to do it. So what we're gonna do instead is to have a big extrusion like this. I'm gonna hide this final shape and we're gonna do edge fillet like we did before. Where is it? Here. Edge, 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 edge here. Good, and now we're going to offset this plane like that, and then we're going to intersect these planes with this extrusion, and we're going to end up with two surfaces like this and two wireframes. And now we're going to do this 65. Not with left direction, we need with reference surface. And here actually we need to move this higher. 20, 15, and make it also longer. Yeah, that's about right. Perfect. Do the same for the bottom one. Now we fill them together. Same for this one. This surface here we did not symmetrize yet, so we obviously need to do that. Like that. Now this with this. And finally like that. Go to the final set, and the last of the last fillets will be between this body here, and it should go which way? In, I guess. And between this one it should go in this direction. And finally we have our final part. Now in order to make it solid, you go to the part body, you select close surface, you can go like this and use the shell command to have it empty on the inside. Shell. Maybe 1.2 millimeters thickness, and there you go. That's how you design the plastic canister like this. So let me know what you think. If you enjoyed it and if you found this useful, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.